So yeah, hey, we've had some awesome kōrero today, whānau. We've all put a lot of mahi into today. We've put a lot of work out there. We've thrashed social media. We've spoken to every media, and I see there's a million of them here today. And I notice, you know, like just back in Gisborne, I used to ring the media back in Gisborne, and they'll say, what's the cope up? And I go, SIFs, and they'll be there. And now what I've noticed lately is that they say, well look, we've got to now talk to them before we can come to the story so we get an even story. So, you know, so that's the fear that this corporation sends out there. That's the vibe that they send out there to all of these, all the help that's out there for our whānaus. That's how they affect them. They stand over and they bully these institutions out there, or the media. They influence the media for their own benefits, you know, and to see that happen in Gisborne to me was really sad, because I saw Gisborne Herald as a Tauranga. There was the Tauranga. Every kaupapa that we had, I'd ring them and they'd be there, you know, and our kaupapa would be shared. But now I've noticed that there's been some influence in the way they do things at the moment. So we got to hurry up, whānau. We got to hurry up. We got to start building, really get our structure solid. My thing that I'm pushing for, I'll just quickly let you know what pushes me is I do think that we do need. I'm pushing this from a Māori baby perspective, because why I'm going that way, whānau, is I think strategically thinking that's the best way for us to get any traction, because I think once we get that across the line, wherever that line is, then all of us can benefit. That's my reasoning around that. Every single baby in Aotearoa will benefit from this. But strategically, at this moment, Māori babies is my focus, and that's the reason why. Because it's a different fight. You know, when you're fighting the government, they see it as a different fight. So let's take advantage of whatever we think's going to win to get us across the line. And I really, really think that that's it. So I don't care what happens to SIVs. I don't care what happens to them. I don't want to fix it up. I don't want to be a part of anything that's going to fix it up. They've had their 50 years, and I don't think they can change. So they go ahead and do their thing, and we set up our own model of care. But for me as Māori, here's the crown, and this model needs to sit beside it, not underneath it. It needs to sit beside it. Why I say beside it is that it's not politically biased. So if it's underneath the crown, it depends on whoever's in government, really. And if you say for instance, if you get national in, they'll just slash everything. So it needs to be sitting somewhere that nobody can touch it. But what are we talking about here, really? We're really talking about honouring the treaty, you know, and that's the big apprehension, you know, that we're up against, and we've been trying to do this for so long. So you need bold leaders out there. We need really bold leaders out there to be able to push these things, challenge these things. Because at the moment, all they're doing at the moment is loading up these cars and putting heaps of guns in them and just driving around, intimidating people. You know, we know every time we go to sleep at night that they're out there roaming around, and they've already got 2, and they've got another 5 months left in their trial that they're doing. You know, so there's all this stuff going on. But you know, I am. That's why I do. That's why I think we all do this stuff every day. We never give up. We know that the truth, you know, always wins in the end. You know, we speak from here. We all come from a place of grief. You know, and some of us intense grief. And it's while we're in that space of intense grief is when we come up with what we're going to do. And this is why we come up here and we got a 0 budget. We could have had a portal, we found it, but we got no money. So you got to walk down there. That's how we roll, but we're still out here because we believe in what we believe in. and we fight because of our mokos out there, the mokos and our pipi. Every kid that walks along here, we all keep an eye on them, anybody's kids. That's a society that I believe in, and I think all of us believe in that society. So to see what happened in Hastings early this year, it was frickin' awesome. And not frickin' awesome in the way that I mean, finally everybody saw what's been behind closed doors, closed curtains all these years. They really saw it, and it blew them away, and we got the report back, we got the findings, and I thought here's another whitewash, but I was pretty surprised with the findings that came back. So, you know, in that attempted uplift, we know that if the media weren't there, and if our staunch fire wasn't there, that uplift would have been a success. And we know that, that's a fact. So for something like that, or a massacre, or something like that, you know, that's what we need for change, I suppose. So the Hastings uplift attempt, then we had the hui down in the march in Punake, which was awesome. So this time we kind of thought about the foreshore and seabed hikoi that we done where thousands went down there, and we thought that to work in conjunction with the Wellington protest, there could be thousands, hundreds of whānau at home that couldn't make it there. So United as a Nation went about setting up all these protests in conjunction with the main protest down in Wellington. So we managed to pull off 77 protests from Kaikohe all the way down to Dunedin whānau. So we had whānau standing out down Dunedin in the snow. We had one whānau in Christchurch actually got attacked. You know, so we had staunch whānau out there on the streets every week to the build up to the Wellington protest. And so we brought up a little bit of a network there. So what we do with that network now is we're an advocate network now. So I get a phone call and go, bro, we need a advocate, and we've got a whānau in New Plymouth. Bang, we've got that network set up. None of us are qualified or clinical psychologists or whatever. We just whānau that have been through all that stuff. So we've set up all these groups, hopefully around the whole of Aotearoa. So if anybody needs help anywhere, so in our network we know where the best lawyers are, we know where the best advocates are, so it's that kind of groups that we're building up nationwide.